Hello, New Testament students at South University. Welcome to Unit 2. It feels great to be up and running in the course, and I really appreciated the level of engagement and dialogue that we shared together as we opened the course during Week 1. Now we really begin to get into the guts of the course, given the fact that the next 3 weeks we're going to be very specifically looking at the Gospels. Perhaps for some of you, this will be the first time to dive into some of the questions that scholars ask about the four Gospels, their distinctives, particularly the great divide between the Synoptic Gospels and the Johannine tradition. And so I really think it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, it makes sense to begin our study of the New Testament with the centerpiece of the New Testament, the person of the historical Jesus, both a historical individual and also a theological personality as well. So it will be fun to tease some of those categories out and to look specifically at the way that the individual gospel writers shape the tradition of the historical Jesus and present their own understanding of who Jesus is. To that end, I have uploaded a narrated PowerPoint presentation that I really want you to look at that's simply based on the modern scholarly study of Jesus and the Gospels. It's an overview of the tools that scholars use to ask and answer key critical questions of the Gospel material. I think what you're going to see is that you've been doing this kind of critical study along the way. This may just give you some language to make more clear the way that we attack the study of the Gospels. So please do have a look at that narrated PowerPoint. I've also included a fill-in-the-blank outline for those of you who love to fill in blanks. You could just follow along with the slides. It's not very long, but it will engage you very broadly in the scholarly conversation, not so much about the Gospels first, but about how to even approach the study of the Gospels. Next week, we'll get more into the ins and outs of the Synoptic tradition. After that, we'll talk about John. We'll talk about the history of first century Palestine, Judea, and Galilee, and what we can know about that history that might illuminate particularly the Synoptic tradition. But this week, we're going much, much broader. What tools do scholars use to study the Gospels nowadays? And so I think you will enjoy working through that. A couple points of housekeeping. Number one, due dates this week. They're actually flipped in that your discussion post is not due until Wednesday, the last night of the course, and the short paper this week is due on Tuesday, June 2nd. So please be attentive to that. And lastly, when you turn something into the Dropbox, it goes immediately into a tool called Turnitin. South University pays a licensing fee to use Turnitin. And we professors grade everything within Turnitin. You should be able, after I grade your work, to pull it up on Turnitin and to see my summary response of your paper. I grade very quickly. Your grades are also posted in the grade book. But if you're not seeing my notes, something is wrong. I read everything that you write, and I do offer a summary response. So I want to make sure that you're able to see that. If you're not, please let me know, and I'll figure out how that works and develop a tutorial and get that to you so that we can make sure you're getting my feedback on your work. Other than that, I think we're set. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me at my South University email account. You can also call me or text me at 404-665-7007. Thanks a lot, everybody. Looking forward to a great week together.